Welcome to Late Nights with Pure Coys, your home for everything Tottenham. This is where the love for Spurs runs deep, the chat never stops, and your voice matters. Get stuck in, share your thoughts, and be part of the community that lives and breathes every kick, every goal, and every moment. This isn't just a show, it's our Spurs family, and you are part of it. So smash that like button on your way in. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let's talk Spurs. Charlie, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well.
I'm good, yeah. How you doing? You all right? And good
I'm
evening
good.
to the chat
Just
as
I was,
well. Hope everyone's good. Big fucking win today. Loving it. Sorry, I was just
it was a big win. It
where's
was a
your
big win, and Charlie in there straight away with the F bomb. So it's Saturday night after all. So I apologise to anyone that doesn't like swearing, but Charlie will do it a lot because I don't know why he just does. But yeah. So you're good, mate. You're good. What have you been up to today?
I nothing. I went to Tesco. I went to the
Nice.
gym. Um and then that was about it really. Watched the football. Um and then that was about it. Yeah. And just chilling out. It's been horrible weather, obviously. It's been horrible weather everywhere. It's been disgusting. So yeah, I didn't really fancy going out in
Okay,
that.
fair play.
Yeah.
It's actually been all right here in the West Country. We had it was stormy overnight, but as soon as I woke up this morning, it's been blue sky most of the day. So
Oh,
yeah, it's been all right. It's been okay. Let's say hello to the chat before we move on. Lisa, evening, Nigel, and everyone else. I've smashed a like and swapped the hit chocolate for wine. Much love. Yeah, much love to you, Lisa. Um, Adrian saying good evening, Nige, and all good evening. And he says hi to Lisa too. Barbaric is in the house saying good evening, everyone. Nige on a night shift. What a pleasant surprise. Tickle the like button and smash the sub people. Yeah, absolutely. Smash the like and hit the sub if you haven't. And Adam saying, big up Adam saying, two quality strikers and a left wing, and we would be dangerous. I agree. I agree. I don't think we're actually far off, to be honest. Lisa saying, "Oh my God, Charlie." I wish I had that effect on people, Chunk, but there you go.
oh, Dad,
And Wayne
you might
Bonner's
have
in
done.
the house. I know. Wayne Bonner's in the house saying, "Good evening, folks. Hope you're well." Another nice 3 points. Yeah, fantastic 3 points for Spurs. Charlie, talk me through it quickly. What do you think of today's result? And then we'll get
Smash
into
and
the game
grab.
in more detail.
It's a smash and grab. It felt like a smash and grab. I don't feel like we were the better side, to be honest, for most of the game. But I'm so glad we beat them. Leeds are such a scummy little team, aren't they? They were scummy all game. Their fans are just, yeah. I was so happy to get that over the line because I thought, even though we went 2-1 up, that Leeds would score at least once more because we look really shaky at the back a lot of times. Then the last 10 minutes, Leeds didn't like scoring. They just ran out of steam, and then we just took control. So the last 10 minutes I was watching, I was like, "Oh, we'll be fine now." But I
Yeah,
thought
felt
Kudus
the
played.
opposite. We
I
get
thought
into
the
we get
opposite.
into
I
like
thought,
I thought Tottenham looked pretty secure. I didn't really think Leeds overly did that much. I think a lot of their chances were, they put a lot of crosses in the box. I actually thought the last 10 minutes, again the opposite. I thought we were hanging on. I thought they're chucking a lot of
really?
balls in the box. Yeah, I felt like we were under a lot of pressure. They were chucking balls in the
I thought they
box.
ran out
We
of
were sitting
ideas.
deeper and deeper. Vicario had to make a couple of saves. Um,
Yeah, it's been one good save. Yeah, yeah.
but yeah, we will get into it. Adam said Ange getting sacked in the morning, quite possibly by tomorrow afternoon. Adam, quite possibly by tomorrow afternoon. And yeah, another defeat for Ange tomorrow. You went for a Forest win, didn't you? And
I did.
I
I
mean,
went for a
I mean
one
that was
nil Forest win because I don't know. I just feeling it. So I don't think Andrew gets sacked. Hold on.
yeah. I mean, I went for a Newcastle win. I think Ange will get sacked by tomorrow evening. I think he will be gone. Wayne's in the house saying, God bless you, gentlemen. It was hard to get 3 points at Ellen Road. We played well. Oh, I think we did really well today, actually, but we will get into it in a minute. Bob Alex saying, Vicario needs replacing at the earliest opportunity. He is a liability. Charlie, what do you think of Vicario? Because I'll be honest, for me, today when I saw that first goal, I'm like, oh, this guy needs to go. He is shit. But actually, when I've seen the replay, it did take a deflection. It was going quite quick. I still think he could have done better. What do you make of Vicario today?
I think I can't make my mind up because he made a really good save, didn't he? I don't know. I can't remember the shot was from. To Calvert-Lewin with his feet, like really top quality reaction save. And I feel like sometimes when we need him, he does pull off a save like that. But then, like you say, it's when they keep pumping balls into the box. You're just like, oh, God, he ain't gonna catch it. He can't catch a fucking goal. So you're just praying that someone heads it out. I feel like, yeah, I agree that we do need to replace him. I don't think he had a terrible performance today by any means. I think he's definitely had worse games. But I do think the goal. The thing with the goal is I don't understand how he didn't parry it out because he kind of parried it into himself and it just fell perfectly for Okafor. So, for God's sake! So I don't know how he managed it. But then, it is a bit. I think it's harsh blaming that entire goal on him because he did make a good save. He did make a good save second half. I don't think he had a terrible performance.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on the hard to blame him totally for the goal. I think he's partly at fault, but I do think the deflection, the fact it was going so quick, the fact that maybe it was wet and the weather was shocking, kind of maybe give him a little bit of a pass. But I do think he's on his last legs. I mean, if you did you watch the whole game? Like literally the first 5 or 6 minutes, I think they had a corner and I think he tried to come for it, was nowhere near it, and Roden hit a post with a head or hit a bar.
Yeah, of course. I forgot about that. Yeah.
It's like, oh, is this what we're in for today? Brilliant, Vicario. But he did get himself out of jail with 2 good late saves. So
yeah.
For me, it's a bread and butter. Let's go through the chat again, and then we will get into the game. Finn saying, even all just need to sort our home form out now. Yeah, our home form for me is a concern. Away from home, brilliant. 3 wins and a draw, so doing really well. Wayne Bonner said, not too impressed with Vic. Still, of the option, we need to get a keeper in next summer alongside a striker. I agree. I think we are. Listen, I'm not going to be too negative tonight because I don't think there's too much to be negative about. But there is still a lot to do with this team. Still a lot to do. Lisa is saying, I promise I will try and behave myself. Good. It's fine. You don't have to. You say what you want. Charlie's a man. He can take it now. Adam saying Potter to Forest. I mean, that would just be fantastic. Adam saying Kinski is better than Vic. I actually think he is as well. I'm not going to lie, but I don't think Vic's going to be dropped anytime soon. He's part of the leadership group as well, isn't he, Vicario now? So I think he's the number 1 for the season. I just can't see him being dropped. Wayne saying play Kinski next match. Why no? I wouldn't be against it at all. Andrew saying, evening, Nigel and Charlie. Good evening, mate. I hope you're well. And he's saying, yeah, Kinski, why not? I agree. Why not? Why not indeed? Rich is in the house. Evening all. Big up, Rich. I hope you're well. The Joker is saying, Vicario, a great reflex stopper, but so nervous and unable to dominate. Time to give Kinski a run. Yeah, again, what do you think of that, mate? I kind of agree. I do. Vicario is a great reflex stopper, but that's it.
I think you need to give Kinski a run of games and then assess it. I don't think that right now Kinski is like a better keeper than Vicario. I mean, I don't know because we just haven't seen enough of him. He played for a bit, didn't he? Start of this year. He obviously played in the Liverpool game, really good in that Liverpool game, and then he had a really poor game. Can't remember who we were playing, but he was really poor. But I can't be arsed because he's really young and it was his first string game, so you can't play too much into it. But I don't. He might not be better at the moment. I think maybe give him a run of games. I don't think Frank will start him next game. I don't. I think he might start him against Copenhagen in the Champions League. Maybe I think that's a game he can definitely start in at home because we should win that anyway. And then he might start him in the League Cup game. I don't know. We have to go full strength for that game. We do have to go full strength for that game. But then it's the argument: is it if we're dropping Vicario, are we full strength, or are we better with Kingsley? I don't know. You have to play him more to see him, because against Doncaster, yeah, he made one good save, but he didn't have really a lot to do.
Didn't have too much to do. No.
Not under the cosh for 80 minutes a game, whereas Vicario, especially last season, was under cosh, especially under Ange, 90% of the games we were playing.
The Premier League is faster than the League Cup as well, isn't it, for the most part? But yeah, I'd like to see him given a chance. I just don't see Frank doing it, just because it's too much pressure on Frank. He can't afford to be chopping and changing his goalkeeper now. For me, even though I think Kinski's maybe better long term. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Sure, but yeah, I wouldn't be against it. I wouldn't be against it for sure. Adam saying Villa at home next, tough. Yeah, Villa have picked up a bit of form, haven't they? Who've they got tomorrow? Don't know.
I mean, they got Burnley at home tomorrow. They beat Fulham, and then they beat in the Champions League. Well, Champions League, Europa League. Who did they beat Europa League?
It was Feyenoord, was it?
Yeah, that's it. Wait, no, was it? Did they? That's what. Oh yeah, they beat 2-0, wasn't it? 2-0.
Yeah.
2-0 away.
Yeah, they're picking up a bit of form. Scott, big up Scotty, saying big up Nigel. Another rough watch, but 3 points is 3 points. Thankfully for us, Leeds are shit. I mean, Leeds' home form has been fantastic, hasn't it, for the last year or so? I think that's the first time they've lost at home in the league in like a year.
Yeah, but the last time they lost was home to Burnley last September. So
yeah, it's a game. We're Tottenham. We should be going there and expecting to win, and we did the job. Big up Scott, absolutely. Barbaric saying Leeds haven't lost at home for over a year is a better win than some of our fans give credit for. Yeah, I think, and again, Leeds will beat a lot of sides at home, because they have got something about them, and this is why I like the Tottenham performance today, because can't always be about swashbuckling football and great passing, and sometimes you just pull your socks up, roll your sleeves up, and get stuck in. And I think that's what Spurs did today, and that's why I was really impressed with the win. Adam saying, yeah, but who have Leeds played? Again, that's a good point. They haven't really played anyone yet in the Premier League of any real significance, and obviously last season they were in the Championship.
Bournemouth, Everton, us obviously. Who's the other one? They played 4 games at home. I can't remember the other one was.
Yeah, I don't know who they beat on the opening game.
Everton. Beat Everton 1.
Oh, was it Everton? Was it?
For a dodgy penalty. And then they beat they beat someone else. No, they didn't beat someone else at home. Because they beat Wolves away.
Can't remember. But evening, Rodney. Hope you're well, mate. Finn is saying, who would have thought Palace would be the last team to remain unbeaten? I think it's going to be a very interesting season. I think you're absolutely right, mate. And Liverpool losing again today. That's 3 defeats in a row for Liverpool. Bit painful seeing Arsenal at the top, isn't it? But early days. Adam saying Liverpool are shit at the back. They are. They can't seem to defend, can they? Sometimes it doesn't matter who you buy in the forward areas. If you don't improve your defence, no matter who you got there, you're going to get stale. Ronnie saying, big up another poor performance, poor display, but we'll take the 3 points. Yep. Many of us believe Kinski does represent our full strength defensively. Yeah, it's hard to disagree. I really like Kinski. I'd like to see him given a chance, but I can understand why Frank doesn't do it at the moment, because it's a big risk, isn't it? He would get some stick if you put Kinski in and then Kinski started chucking a couple in. But you got to do what you got to do. Rodney saying Finn 19 unbeaten. Yeah, that's Palace. Adam said Mawani should be back at least. Let's hope so. Queen Ellie saying late night one Nige and knows your guest. Sorry, who turned in, so didn't catch your name. Big up. This is my son Charlie.
How you doing? You all right?
Ellie Charlie. So yeah, he's got no choice in being a Spurs fan. He was brought up and had to be a Tottenham fan. Had no choice. Finn saying Rodney tried a crazy stat. Indeed, I'll get to the bottom of the chat in a minute, mate. Rodney saying the Lord did say 6 months into the season, Palace playing the best football in the league so far. Really like Palace at the moment. Doing well. Big up, Dean. Hope you're well. Saying evening guest was pleased with the result. Bit of a grit in the performance, in my humble opinion. That's one of the things I liked about it, that there was actually some grit in there. Queen Ellie saying great win today as we kept our cool, didn't lose our heads when they equalised, and I was pleased about how Tal showed up. He cares and wants to do well for us. Yes, let's talk about the Tal, mate. Let's talk about Tal. First of all, let's go through the team, because this is a team that lined up for the game. So we had Vicario in goal, we had Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Udogi. Kind of that's looking like our back five now, isn't it? Udogi seems to have found his way back into left back. Spencer's back on the bench again. Then we had Polinia and Bentancur as double pivot effectively, with Xavi in the 10, Kudus, Odebert and Tau up front. What did you think of the team when you saw it, mate?
Oh, I loved it. I really wanted, and I think all Spurs fans would agree with me when I say this. When we saw Tau get his goal, it was so relieving to see him get a goal. Because look, obviously everyone's been giving him stick, and rightfully so. I think has been very poor at points. But people seem to forget he's a very young player, and to see him get a goal, he might go on a run now. Might get a huge amount of confidence from that. So I was really pleased to see him get a goal, and Kudus as well. Both players who I thought really needed a goal, because I think it surprised me that obviously Kudus has played really well, but this is his first goal for us. You wouldn't think it by how well he's performed that this is his first goal, but I'm glad he's got off the mark. And I was really happy with the team. And finally, Xavi in that bloody number 10 role. I mean, we've always been crying out for it. And he started and he played well. You know, he played very well in that. He's very neat, isn't he? When he gets the ball, doesn't look like giving it away. One of those players. He's one of those players where I'm confident that if you send him a hospital pass or whatever, he'll get it under control no matter what, and he'll always find a man, and he's always looking to go forward, which is so good and so refreshing to see, especially considering if you compare him to Bentancur, who I thought had a really poor game today. Always positive going forward.
I agree. Let's talk about the Tau goal, because it came about. I think it was a Bentancur won it in midfield, or intercepted it in midfield. I think Kudus then played it into Tau, had a bit of space, made a literally took it out of his feet and then smashed it into the roof of the net. Took a bit of a deflection, but really good finish from Tau, wasn't it? Like a really good finish. I thought it was Kudus when I first saw it.
It did take a big deflection, but it was nice to see him just go at players and get that half a yard and get a shot away. We don't see that enough from any of our forwards to just like we always saw it from Sonny. Just do a little step over. Didn't have to do a quick tick. Just do one step over, get half a yard and just shoot. And he scored so many goals doing that. I'm not comparing Tal to Son, by the way. I'm not that stupid, but it was synonymous with how we used to do that. And I was really happy to see him, one, do that and two, score from it. And I think now, honestly, I mean, I know this might be a bit outlandish, but would you start Richarlison over Tal after how he performed? Because I thought he played really well in that game. I don't see how, because Richarlison's been so bad, apart from the Burnley game, and Solanke's still obviously injured. Would you start Tal next game? Because I would. I'd start Tal next game. I don't see why you wouldn't.
Well, the choice out of the two, I think, probably. But that says how bad our front line is.
True.
Because I think Richarlison's bloody awful. Even when he come on today, he did absolutely the square root of zero.
I think there's a player in Tal. There's definitely a player. He's a young lad. He's very young, and there's definitely a player.
Hopefully that goal will give him some confidence, because he nearly got a second, hit the bar with a header. So he did all right. Listen, he's one of them. He didn't do too much in the game that he played. I don't think he did a lot, but he got the goal. Hopefully now he goes on, gives him a bit of confidence, And it was nice to see Frank at the end of the game, like pushing Tao towards his Tottenham fans. Tao looked a bit embarrassed, to be honest, but good to see that the manager believes in him, because it's what you need as a player, isn't it? More than anything. But Eddie saying, Charlie, your son, wow. Everyone says that. I mean, he's got his dad's looks, clearly. Good lad, following dad up the Spurs. Absolutely. Up the bloody Spurs. Paddy saying 3 points, job done. It certainly wasn't pretty, but I take it. Absolutely. Win's a win. Take any sort of victory you can get, and that's now only 1 defeat in 11 and unbeaten in 7 games before an international break. More importantly, Charlie, the international break hoodoo is done.
It's done. It's done. Yeah.
We've broken it. Finally.
Yeah. I know. It was relieving to see that, wasn't it? Because I didn't realise how long it was. 7 bloody games. Didn't think it did.
No. Luton Town away was the last time we won before an international break before today. When, like I say, when Ange was shiny and new and everyone loved him.
Yeah,
look at what's changed. It was a great time for 10 games. But there you go. Postecoglou started 10 games, 8 wins, 2 draws. On the 11th game he lost, so 1 defeat in 11. Frank, very similar, 1 defeat in 11 also. So
don't say that. Bloody hell.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can see what Frank's doing. There was a couple. Every time you saw, I don't know whether you noticed it. Every time Leeds came forward today, 2 banks of 4. 2 banks of 4.
Yeah.
You know, we looked
solid. We didn't look open. We didn't look open. We still conceded chances, because you got to remember, we still got the same back 5 as when we had Ange. We're still going to concede chances, but yeah, we did look a lot less open, which is so bloody good. You know.
I agree. Henry Thong saying, only Spurs channel live right now. Great work, Nigel, keeping us up. I did notice that. I was like, what is going on? Why is nobody talking about Tottenham tonight? We've just beaten Leeds. But it is what it is. Let's hope we get some people in then. Queen Eddie saying, Spence didn't do himself any favours versus Bodo. He was awful, which was a big disappointment for me, as I love Spence. Yeah, he wasn't great against Bodo, but I don't think it was one of them. I don't think anyone was great against Bodo, were they, particularly? Audio's in, saying, evening chaps and chat. Good evening, audio. Scotty M said, Tao and Odebear are shit. Yep. Hard to disagree, really. Odebear, disappointing. Odebear was disappointing again today. I'm really glad that he's getting some minutes and getting some game time, and we're putting him in game after game. But for me, he has got to do more. Thought Tao did okay, but
I think we're too accustomed to like having Kane and Son in those. You got to remember, 3 years ago, yeah, we had Son, Kane in those things. So yeah, compared to them, they're terrible. But I think they'll come good. Sorry, that comment about Yang, it's true. He played really well for Pompey today. Yeah,
that was last night, wasn't it? Where they beat. Last night.
It was today. It was today. They beat him 1-0. Yang scored, and then he scored at home to Watford as well in the last game. So he scored 2 and 2. He looks good. Good.
I must have scored a goal against Watford.
That was last week. Not last week. It was this week. It was midweek.
Yeah. Scott AM saying took a bit of a deflection. Deflection was the reason it went in. Quite possibly, mate. We will never know, because who knows? It might have flew into the other corner. But I get your point. All the goals took a deflection today, didn't they? You know, pretty much all of them. It was one of those days. Lord Rodney said, hopefully this is a turning point for Tell. He seemed to me anyway to have humbled himself somewhat. Yeah, I think he'd come in maybe thinking he was Billy Big Bollocks a little bit, and he's realised he's you know, maybe not as big as what he thought he was. I mean, I think the fans may be a bit to blame. I think when he come in last season, I think most fans were like, wow, we've just got Tell from Bayern Munich. Without really maybe knowing too much about him. Yeah. I certainly was excited by him, but he's done the square root of 0 so far. Audio saying we have to keep Richie sharp for the UEFA Champions League because Tell's not in the squad for Europe. Again, is a good point. Yeah. I mean, maybe that comes back to bite us in the bum, yeah. Tell starts against Villa, scores another couple, and then Richarlison's doing absolutely nothing, and Solanke and Mawani is still out with weird injuries.
It's just, yeah, it's just funny that we have to keep. He's right though. We have to keep Richie fit for the UCL. And he's just like, oh god, it's our only option. Unless you put, is Dane Scarlett in the Champions League squad? As long as he's in the Europa League squad last year.
Yeah, no,
yeah,
Scarlett's in. Scarlett's in. Guys, if you're new in here, please subscribe to the channel. If you're not, hit the like button. And yes, try and get up to 50 likes today. That would be great. Queen Ellie says Bentancur is looking so tired. We should rest him and let Sarr play, as Sarr didn't deserve to lose his place in midfield as he was in form. I think Sarr did okay when he came on. I kind of agree. Bentancur did look a little bit leggy today, didn't he?
He did a bit, yeah. But then he's played a lot of football, hasn't he? But then they all have. So it's not really much of an excuse. Yeah, he did a bit. Did he play the full night against Bodo? Did he come off and on the hour marker? Did he come off after an hour? I think he did, didn't he? Did he?
I seem to remember him playing quite a lot of the games. He was in and around the goals, wasn't he, late on?
Well, yeah.
Certain. I can't remember.
I can't remember either. It's bad, isn't
Definitely the Van der Ven goal, because I thought it was Bentancur who scored to start with.
Yeah, no, yeah, you got the goal
Van der Ven went in together.
In like 50 minutes, just after they scored. But then he got disallowed. So,
yeah, agreed. Adam saying, keep Richie sharp. You're having a bubble, which is absolute pants. He is. He is terrible. He is terrible, isn't he? He is terrible. Dean saying, Kudus was my man the match. I agree. We would get into it, and we were getting to the second goal. And this was, sadly, Leeds' equaliser. It was a shot from the edge of the box, or just inside the box, I think. Took a bit of a deflection. Vicario kind of pushed onto himself, and it kind of fell to Okafor, who had a simple tap-in, didn't he? Simple finish.
Yeah.
To give Leeds the equaliser. And at that point, I kind of must admit, mate, I thought Leeds were then going to take control, because Spurs were starting to be a bit complacent at the back. We're starting to, don't know whether you noticed, trying to play it out, giving the ball away a bit. I think Bentancur lost possession. We give away a few chances. Leeds were starting to turn the screw a little bit.
They were on top after that until the end of the second half. We didn't really get out of our own half properly until then. But that's going to happen. That's going to happen, I think. It's quite normal for that time, especially away from home. Against Ellen Road is not an easy place to go for anyone, really. It's a hostile atmosphere. Leeds don't look half bad this year. I mean, it's not the Leeds that got relegated, in my opinion. I think Leeds will stay up. I think they've definitely got enough. So, like you said, people are going to go there and they're going to lose. You know, I think that's true. It's difficult this year because we compare the promoted sides from last year, where they didn't look anything compared to the promoted sides this year. So every game really is tricky. Every game we away from home, at home is going to be a slog. It's going to be a battle. But we won it today, and it's good habits. You know, people will say we didn't perform fantastically today, because we didn't perform that great, but we still came away with a result at a tough place to go. And we've played 3 games. We've had a really tight schedule over the past week and a half, and we've come out on the right side of most of those games. We haven't lost any games. We haven't lost since Bournemouth, which is surprising, really, if you can't have performances since then. But we haven't, and we won today, which is bloody good.
Indeed. Adam said Solanke will be back soon, so bench Richie. Hopefully that will happen. I don't know. I don't know when Solanke's back. Is it, they say it's they said it was a minor operation. What does that mean? Does that mean a couple of weeks? Are we talking about another month?
I think it's a month. I think he's going to be. I have a feeling he'll probably be back for like the Chelsea game. I imagine maybe just after next international break, because you remember we got another international break at the start of November. Literally
no preseason under his belt. Mawani's the same. Hardly played. We got problems up in that forward areas. There's no doubt about that. Queen Ellie saying, just watching match of the day, lads. Tell's goal was a banger, great strike. It was a good strike. He, like I say, got out of his feet and just hit it. And he's quite good at scoring those type of goals. He's done it quite a lot for France under 21s. He scores a few good goals for the French team, doesn't he? Different coming in from wide there and bending it in. But I'm just trying to give Tal some confidence here.
No, I thought he did
Adrian
really
said,
well. I'm very happy.
yeah, good that Kudus and Tal scored. Do wonders for their confidence. Absolutely. Rodney saying, when Tal joined, he seemed to be very arrogant. Whether that's been humbled or humbled himself, it doesn't matter. The main thing is he's clearly enjoying life under Frank. I think it also helps having Frank as a manager, because I just think Frank he'd be the sort of manager you'd really want to play for, wouldn't he? I think he just seems that character that you'd really want to. I don't know. I get the impression that, I don't want to talk about Ange too much. I got the impression with Ange, he's more of a taskmaster, and you just don't want to disappoint him because he'd be on your tail. I think with Frank, he's sort of, I don't know, he comes across as more of a father figure that you really want to make him proud of you, and you'd run through walls for him. But I don't know.
Good for the young players.
Yeah. Phil Coys in the house. Big up, Nige. Big up, Phil. I hope you're well. Saying my boy Tal coming up with a guest today. Yes, he is. Finally, Phil. Finally. It took him long enough. But Finn saying Kudus, 55 million, 7 games, 4 assists, 1 goal. Verts, 116 million, 7 games, 1 yellow card. Yes. I feel for Verts, because that is a big old price tag on your head, isn't it? And
it's not his fault, is it, that he got bought for that much? Do you know what I mean? I do feel for him as well, because he's not worth that much. He's not.
He's not that bad. I think he should be in more forward. Shouldn't he be like in the number 10?
Yeah,
he's playing a lot deeper, isn't he? For Liverpool.
Liverpool don't look that good. They don't. I watched a Chelsea game.
No.
Chelsea battered them for 80 minutes. Liverpool had chances, and they showed why they won the league last season on a couple of occasions. But
of course,
Chelsea were just relentless. Chelsea looked very good. They looked very good in that game. And
Chelsea are weird, though, aren't they? They're a weird team, Chelsea. Yeah. Sometimes they look really good. Sometimes they look goddamn awful. But
you got to remember, they're doing this.
I don't know.
They're doing this without any of their centre halves and without Palmer, which is what's scaring me, because I feel like they're all going to be back for November, and you're brilliant.
They'll be back for the Spurs game, guaranteed. Yeah, of course they will. Of course, saying good to see Kudus get on the score sheet as well. Yeah, I agree. Fantastic seeing Kudus get on the score sheet. Adam saying Kirk is so shit. Another one, maybe he could have done with another year at Bournemouth. Rodney saying Liverpool awful. Paddy saying keep Richie sharp. He's as sharp as a butter knife. He is terrible. Oh, I feel for him in a way, but it's not on, is it? Rodney saying Slot ain't it. He's under a bit of pressure now, isn't he? Just the thing with Liverpool, had no pressure last season. Nobody expected anything from them because Klopp had just left. They just won the league, and it's, we got a new manager, a bit of transition. They go and win the league. Spent 400 million this year. They're expected to win the league, and they're faltering a little bit, and I'm here for it. I don't mind it at all. Even if can't have Arsenal win it. No. Let's just hope Chelsea or City pull it out. What? Maybe the team in third.
Yeah, we're 2 points off top. I'm just saying, and we've got Arsenal. When we got Arsenal, after the international break, haven't we? We're away from home. We got Arsenal.
We got Villa. We got Villa, Everton, Chelsea on next 3.
And then after Chelsea, we got Arsenal. I swear we got Arsenal after next international break. That's what I'm getting confused on.
Oh, there's another one, isn't there? Really close. Another international break. Jesus.
Don't stop.
Adam saying, Woolwich title to lose, I'm afraid. I think they have to win it. If they don't win it this year, Arteta needs to be sacked. But
this is their chance,
yeah. Ellie saying, Yang was at my hubby's team QPR on loan last season. He scored a couple for them, but he was mostly a sub for Portsmouth. He is starting matches. That's what he needs. That's what our loan players need, isn't it? To start matches. We got a couple on loan at Stoke.
Will Lancashire as well.
Not playing.
Will Lancashire at Oxford. He's got 4 goals, I think, in all comps so far for them. So it looks decent.
I like Lancashire. Yeah. Not sure if he's going to make it as a Premier League striker, but I do think he'd be like a good Championship striker from what I've seen so far.
Devine as well. Alfie Devine for Preston. Doing well. Yeah. Got some good loans out.
Evening, Rich. Indeed. Rodney saying the comments he made after losing to Chelsea, kickstarting their season and letting Arsenal get the jump on them. Can you call it delusional, arrogant? I don't know. I don't rate him very highly. I haven't heard what he said today. I'll have to have a listen to that later, I think. Complacent is a good word for it. Yeah, Slot's honeymoon is over. It is indeed. Adrian saying we have the best away record in the Premier League. We are going places. We are. The quad is on.
Massive.
The quad is on. Saying it here. No. I said it. I've been saying it since the start of the season. I think our away form was better. I think we're going to do better away than I think we are at home.
It doesn't
I
make
think
any sense.
we struggle without the creativity that we have. I don't see us winning as many home games. Even today, we looked really dangerous on the counter attack. I thought every time we broke on them, we looked like we were going to score, and I think that's the best way we play. I don't see us. We don't do it at home because teams sit back against us, which is why I think we'll do all right against top sides this season. But we'll see.
Hopefully, we've only played one top side so far, so
yeah, and we beat them obviously comfortably.
We always think so, you know. It's not. Yeah.
Adrian saying Town will probably play Villa and then Richie against Monaco. Yeah, you're probably right. And Monaco, listen, they're not going to be easy. Got a really good draw against Man City in Champions League, of course. Eric Dyer. Yes, get in now, Eric. Scoring a penalty. He must have been on the phone to Harry Kane. That was a good penalty as well.
Great pen, yeah.
Rod saying 100%. Scott M saying if Frank rates Tell, he can F off. Scott M don't mince his words. Dave saying hi, great 3 points. Most players played well, but sorry, Porro it's just a poor defender, and Vicario worries me. He can't even take goal kicks. Yeah, that was weird today, wasn't it? Van der Ven taking a lot of the goal kicks.
I noticed that. That didn't make any sense, is it?
No, because he started taking them Vicario a bit in the second half, and his kicking was okay. From a dead ball, Vicario's not bad. It's when the ball's moving, he can't kick it.
Yeah.
You know? But yeah. Lisa saying Kudus is a beast. Love him. Yes, he is. While we're there, let's talk about the third and winning goal. And it was from this man.
Great finish.
Mohamed Kudus. Great interception. Closed down the defender, took it off the defender, cut in from the right-hand side, and smashed a low shot past the keeper into the net. Again, another one took a slight deflection to give Spurs the victory and the old trademark celebration there. Sitting down, and yeah, great goal from Kudus and just an all-round top performance.
Oh, he's a machine. You can't get the ball off him. It's like when he gets the ball, he's so strong. He's an absolute maniac. Like on the ball, he reminds me a bit of what's his name? Obviously, he's not like him, but you know how Adama Traore, when he gets on the ball, it's like you can't outmuscle him. Kudus is like that. You can't get the ball off him, and he's got end product. I think he's quality, and he was so good today. He was by far the man of the match. Like whenever he got the ball, like whenever he has the ball, I'm confident he can keep it, despite the amount. There's players around him. It's just like shrugging him off. It's like it's nothing to him. It's like
he's so strong.
It's like swatting kids off him. It's ridiculous. Men against boys.
Yeah, never
felt like he's a proper player.
Never realised how strong he was before he came to Spurs.
No.
You know, don't notice it, do you? But it's just wow. Every time the ball went near him, it just stuck to him. And yeah, fantastic performance from Kudus. Rodney saying Liverpool has some great players, but they're an awful team and have been for quite a long time. Yeah, and players, you know what? I'm not going to write Liverpool off too quickly, but what I will say is some of their better players now are coming towards the end. The Van Dijks, not quite the same as he was, you know, still a good player, but not that elite that he was a couple of years ago. I think he's starting to drop. Salah, for me, as great as he's been, you know, for me, he doesn't look the same player this season that he was last season.
I'm sorry. I know Liverpool have been crap for the past week, but they still started 5 wins out of 5, and they romped to the league title last year. I know that they've been crap lately. Rodney, I'm not saying like you view it because I get it, right? But Liverpool are still a top team, and they're one of the best in the league, like hands down. And they've got some amazing players. They could gel overnight very quickly, and you could be like, we could get the Isak of Newcastle suddenly hit form, and you're like, great, they're unstoppable now. I still think Liverpool have a huge chance to win the league. I'm not writing them off by any stretch of imagination.
Absolutely, but I'm not saying. Listen, I'm not saying they're not in there to win it. I think they're favourites to win it. They've got to be. They've spent 400 million. But all I'm saying is their best players over the last couple of years, and for me, Van Dijk doesn't look the same this season, and Salah, who will probably still score 20 Premier League goals, just doesn't look as sharp this season. He doesn't look as on it as he usually is. And it might be early days. He might, like I say, score 5 in the next 2 games. But
last season he got like nearly 40 goal contributions in the Premier League. Like, he was ridiculous. He's the best player in the world last year. I don't think he loses that overnight. But that was
last year. But then Sonny did. Sonny kind of like dropped off a cliff, didn't he?
Sonny, yeah, but I feel like there's more credit to the fact that he lost Kane. He lost Kane.
Possibly.
And I do think Salah's going to drop off. I think he has dropped off. He doesn't look as good as last year.
I think he has dropped off.
But then sometimes when you watch Salah, even last year, you think he doesn't even look that good.
No, and they suddenly pop up with
a goal out of nowhere. It's like, okay. I guarantee he'll still score against us. He always does.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying he's crap. He's just not. He's not. It's up there where he was. I just think he's dropped off it a little bit. Dave Clark saying, yeah. And Vicario's passing to defenders who are under pressure is shocking. I agree with that 100%. Rodney saying, we've got to beat Villa. Don't worry about anything after that. Yeah, one game at a time, isn't it? Let's beat Villa first and then see who's next. Rodney saying, Villa will be looking to kickstart their season like Chelsea have just done. I can't predict that being an easy game. Villa never usually is, but I'd fancy us. It's weird, even though we've been pretty good away. Villa at home is usually a game we win. Certainly over the last couple of years.
Last season, didn't we? At home?
Yeah. I think we'd be fine. But Queen Ellie saying Arsenal's match has just come on, so I switched over. Fair play. I mean, there's not a lot to see, is there really? Let's be honest. Ben saying, starting to wonder if Father Time is catching up with Salah. Losing Alexander-Arnold hasn't helped his game, but he doesn't look right. This is what I'm saying, mate. He doesn't quite look the same player he was. But I'd still take him in the Spurs shirt, obviously. Queen Ellie saying, Kudus, what a baller. They just showed he's the best winger and his stats prove it. 4 assists, 1 goal, most successful dribbles. Yeah, he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. Adrian saying, Vicario made 2 vital saves. He did. And this is the yin and the yang, isn't it, with Vicario? He is capable of making 2 vital saves to keep us in the game, but also capable of a couple of howlers here and now. So it depends what you want, really. Scott M saying, I'm sorry, Phil Coys saying, Scott M, very positive as usual. Absolutely. And Scott M saying, Phil Coys, I'm honest as usual. Fake positivity does nothing.
No, I respect it. I do respect it.
Yeah, respect the game. Lisa saying, Mickey is hot, but not as hot as my Charlie.
Mickey Van der Ven is the most good-looking man on earth. You can't. I'm sorry. I'm very flattered, but Mickey Van der Ven. I mean, I'm a straight man, but Jesus Christ, I mean, he is perfect, isn't he? I mean,
he's a good-looking boy. Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Phil Coy saying, slating our players while they play for the club does nothing either, Scott. I'm just saying. We're having a little bit of Scott M saying, Phil Coy points out that garbage isn't good enough and shouldn't be acceptable at our club. I think it's one of them, isn't it? I think, it's difficult because we all want the best players for our club. We all want to see our club improving. But it's one of them, when your players are at the club, you have to try and support them the best you can. But you're allowed to be critical as well. Because that's what we are as fans at the end of the day, isn't it? We're critical. I'll be the first to admit, I'll criticise any player that plays for Tottenham if they're crap. At the same time, they can turn their form around, then I'll be the first to praise them. But yeah, Rodney said, nice. You can't have two luxury players like Wirtz and Salah and not a single league-worthy CDM, regardless of whether they rate manager. That alone isn't a recipe for success, is it? What do you think of that, mate? Do you agree?
I love the Liverpool downfall of the past week. I do. I think it's fantastic, and it's so sweet to see them just crumble because they had so much success last year, obviously. But I do think we are jumping the gun a bit on Liverpool, just a little bit. I know they've gotten lucky with their 5 wins at times. They got like three last-minute winners or whatever, but they're still favourites for the title, and they still have an amazing team with world-class players. I know that watching Kirkhead, watching their fullbacks, I think they've definitely downgraded fullbacks wise. Their fullbacks don't look as good as and losing Trent is big for them. But I still think that they should win the league. They've got so many good players. But obviously, you've got to remember with Liverpool as well. I know they spent 400 million. We're talking a lot about Liverpool, but I just point this out that they did lose Luis Diaz to Bayern, and he was really, really important for them. And obviously, sadly, Jota passed away, and he was really important for them as well. So when I know they spent a lot of money, but they still did lose 2 very important players who started a lot of games for them last season. So
yeah, and I think again, it's
part and parcel.
sad. It's sad to say people. It's easy to forget that, though, isn't it? You know what an impact not only losing players like Trent Alexander-Arnold does to a club, but also losing a player to death in the way that Jota passed. Such a shock for the players and everyone at the club. It's got to be difficult sometimes to motivate yourself for another season. Though they might feel motivated, it might be subconscious. Maybe there's something in now, but for that reason alone, I'd love to see Liverpool win the league again. And of course, it stops Arsenal winning the league, which is always nice. Ranjan saying, always love Spurs football from Barca fan. Big up to you, Ranjan. Welcome into the room, mate. Feel free to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Hey, oh yeah, we'll take them out. We'll maybe do a swap deal with Brennan Johnson. I think that's a good deal.
That post.
Yeah. There was a couple of crosses went in today, and it was just Johnson was there. 2 simple tap-ins, but is what it is. Rodney saying big problems. That's Liverpool. What's the point? Big up, mate. Hope you're well. And then he says Salah was brilliant last season. Yes, he was brilliant last season. But and Liverpool is still second. And again, this is what we got to remember, isn't it? Liverpool are still second, and we're still third. So yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting season, though, mate, isn't it? I think everyone is beating everyone. There isn't anyone that looks like out of this world at the moment.
Yeah, it's so refreshing because last season, I'm not gonna lie, the title was done by November and the relegation was done by fucking October. So it's nice to see that all teams are beating each other. Who's going to go down this season? I don't have a clue. Do you know what I mean? I don't have a clue because I don't see West Ham going down. I don't. As much as I don't like them, I don't see West Ham going down, and I don't see Wolves going down either. But they're both down there. Wolves are bottom of the league, obviously. West Ham lost again today, but I don't see them going down. But who's going to go down instead of them? Who knows? I don't have a clue.
Exactly. Who knows?
Yeah.
Ranjan asked the question, what's the target for Spurs this year? Charlie, I'll let you answer that. What's the target for Spurs? Top 4.
Top 4 would be lovely. I'm not saying that we will get it. I just think that's a very realistic target, considering where we find ourselves. We're third in the table. And I feel like we're kind of on the same... I can't really say that because Chelsea fans are kind of saying, you're saying our team's as good as Chelsea's. But we're kind of competing for that 4th spot with like Chelsea. And Newcastle probably end up getting up there in the end. I know they've had a slow start, but we're at that sort of level. I don't see us compete for the league. It'd be lovely, but it ain't going to happen. And then winning a trophy. I mean, we're not going to win the UCL.
No.
FA Cup, League Cup is a realistic aim. I think we can realistically win either of those or both. You never know.
Yeah.
We ain't going to win both. That's stupid. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a trophy. I don't think we will win a trophy, personally. But getting top four, and even if you don't win anything, getting top four in Frank's first season is a good season. We finished 17th last year. All right, we got top four, more money to spend.
For me, anything in around European places, whether that's fourth or whether that's seventh, we need to be in Europe again next year. Yeah. And I think to go from 17th to fourth is a big ask, but the way the season started with everyone beating each other, and the fact that we have got a lot of players to come back, and hopefully in January we go and strengthen again. Then I'm warming to the idea that there's a slim chance that top four door might be slightly ajar. So anywhere from 7th to 4th, I think would be a good season for Spurs. Seeing as where we finished last year, and an FA Cup would be amazing. Scott M saying, Salah, even if starting to decline, is still far better than anything we have. Yeah, agreed. Absolutely. Saying that, Kudus is pretty shit hot, isn't he? Different types of players. For different types of players, though. Okay. So, Charlie, question for you, and a question for the chat as well. So you can have Salah now in the Tottenham side. Yeah, Salah now or Kudus now. Who are you taking? Bearing in mind Salah's 32, 33.
And I have to keep Kudus. I'd probably take Kudus. I probably would take Kudus. Yeah, that's. I don't think that's a. I probably would, but I'm not saying that Kudus is a better player than Salah. Not.
Yeah, but obviously they play in the same position, don't they? So
you're saying right now he's 24. He's only going to get better. Salah, this last year was probably his final year where he was at his peak. He's going to start to decline now. But Salah is still world class and arguably the best player in the league. But you're on about longevity. But if we took Salah instead of Kudus right now, we'd have a better chance.
No, I'm talking about now. I'm talking about now. Right now. I look at Salah, right, and I know I might get some stick for this. I look at Salah, and I see the ball that goes up to him, and I don't see him. I don't see the ball sticking to him like it does to Kudus. I'm not saying Kudus is better than Salah, by the way. I'm just saying for what we need now, because we've got nobody up in that front area that can hold on to the ball.
I can see your point.
I would take Kudus.
Yeah.
But watch me get clipped. Watch me get clipped now, and people say that I said Kudus is better than Salah. But it is what it is. Ranjan said, speaking for myself, depending on where we are in January, top 7 in the domestic trophy. Yep, I agree with that. Scott M saying top 10 would be a good finish. I mean, compared to where we finished last season, it would. But I think the way we've started, I think we need to be looking for higher, really. David Clark saying Liverpool spent millions on new players, yet they don't get the Premier League quality fullbacks. They are woeful. Robinson is finished. I still like Robinson, but that was the worst schoolboy defending I've ever seen. Since I've seen Dyer. I haven't seen the goals today. The Chelsea goals. Sorry.
Yeah, well, the first goal was amazing goal by Caicedo, who I think is so good, by the way. And finally living up to his price tag. Robson didn't on the pitch. That happened. But then the last goal, Esteval, 18-year-old Brazilian winger who looks shit hot. Cucurella got passed down the line, just simple across the line, and then Robson just didn't mark his man. Poor defending. And the whole time you could tell that Robertson was just getting skinned every time by Esteval. Esteval looks so good. He looked really, really good. He's going to be a top player. No doubt.
Good times. Good
Chelsea
times.
Good times. Lucked out with him.
Yeah. Lisa said, okay, Charlie, I'll have you both. There you go. Oh, dear. Dave Clark said, the 2 saves that Vicario made, you would expect any Premier League keeper to make. Yeah. kind of
Yeah,
not.
it's
I'm
true.
not
Actually, yeah,
adverse to
it's
that.
true.
Yeah, yeah. Rodney saying Dave Clark, apart from VDV and Allison, who else is good off the ball?
It's a Liverpool show tonight, isn't it?
Question.
We're talking a lot about.
Yeah, it's a good question. Rodney saying Jota is a big miss for sure. Yeah, absolutely. Dave Clark saying, I don't care about any other keeper. To me, Vicario is like any other defender. When the ball is at his feet, it's about making the right decision. You don't pass the ball to somebody who is marked. Certainly not in that kind of area, no. Because if you lose it, there's only one thing that's going to happen. Scott M saying Forest will go down if they keep Ange. Absolutely 100%. I don't see Ange still being in the job by tomorrow night, personally.
Really?
If and when as I expect, I think Newcastle will win tomorrow, and I think that'd be it. That'd be like 7 games without a win. I don't see him staying, especially with the international break coming up. I think when the fans start turning on the manager, and the Forest fans have already started turning on Ange, singing Nuno's name and everything in the last game in Europe. I think the writing's on the wall. I think Ange has to win tomorrow to keep his job. Rodney agreeing. Been saying that's a very good point raised, Nige. You have to wonder on a personal level now. Josh's death has affected the players. They are professional footballers, but they're also human. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Scott M saying we're out of the League Cup next round with the Newcastle draw, so that's done.
Oh,
I think we go there and win.
We don't know
I think
yet.
I think we go there and win, Scott. I do. I think we go there and win.
Scott, I do get that. Yeah, realistically, it's very likely we will lose away to Newcastle, but there's no point just thinking that we're going to lose, because there's no point being that just thinking that negative about it. Because yeah, we might go there and we might get smashed 4-0 because we have that in our locker. But new manager, we look much better at the back. Newcastle don't look as good as they did last season. I think we have a good chance of beating them with a full strength side. Could go either way. It'll be a close game. I don't know.
One beaten.
Touch wood.
One beaten away from home as well. So all good. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be all right. Lord Rodney saying top 4 would be grand. I wouldn't moan about that. No, absolutely. Scott M saying Salah, no doubt, for who would be in the Spurs side, of course. Expected. Rodney saying Salah left wing, mate. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, I'll take that. We can put Salah on left wing. I'm not against that. Rich said I'm keeping Kudus, no doubt. I'm with you there. Yeah. If we go to Salah or Odebel, then that's a different story. What's the point saying Salah all day long, 20 goals and 10 assists guaranteed? I mean, yeah, he would do well for us. There's no doubt about that. But he's not coming. So Andrew saying, I want the FA Cup this season. That would be absolutely lovely, mate, wouldn't it? I'd love an FA Cup win. Charlie's not been fortunate enough in your life to see Spurs win an FA Cup, have you? It's
I haven't.
It's a beautiful thing, mate. It is a beautiful thing. Yeah, better than any other trophy for me, because Tottenham and the FA Cup is just like.
Well, I've always thought that the FA Cup. Don't count me, lads and lasses, for this. But I've seen the FA Cup in my lifetime. It's just been Arsenal's trophy. I mean, for God's sake, it's the Emirates FA Cup. They play at the Emirates and they win it. They won it so much when I was growing up. They've won it the most times out of any other club. I always used to think that the FA Cup, when I was growing up, I used to think the FA Cup was named after Arsenal because they won it so much. They sponsored it. That's generally what I used to thought when I was a kid. When I was like 7. So give me give me benefit of the doubt. Yeah, no, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't imagine it.
No, I get what you mean. They need to change the sponsorship for that, really, don't they? But honestly, history. Tottenham is FA Cups. Is what I was brought up on. Tottenham winning FA Cups, and for me, we need an FA Cup win again. Rodney saying we'd get hammered, Salah and Porro right wing. Yeah, imagine that defensively. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? So before we end up, mate, let's give our ratings for the players today.
Yeah.
I will start with Vicario. What's your rating on Vicario? Let us know in the chat as well. Out of 10.
6.
6.
Yeah.
I think I'd go for a 6 as well. I think he was again maybe at fault for the goal, made a couple of decent saves late on. What about Porro?
5. Porro was poor today. Porro was poor. He didn't. I know he put in some good crosses, but defensively looked really, really shaky again.
Yeah,
all the play came down his side. Yeah. Macario, maybe. I mean, 6 might be a bit nice on Vicario. Maybe I'll go 5. Maybe I'll go 5 for Vicario and Porro. Yeah, they did have their best games.
I think 6 is fair for Vicario. I would have said I'd say 5 as well for Porro. Scott M with -3 for both so far. Doggy?
Doggy played well. Doggy played well.
I thought he
one of our
played
best
well.
players.
Yeah.
I think 7 for a Doggy, maybe even 8. 7.5. We'll go 7.5. Thought he was good. I thought that was one of his better games today.
You can go 7.5. I'd say a 7 for a Doggy. Rodney coming in with Vic, a 7 for Vic. Scott M saying no, just a regular 3. Porro 6. And Scott M saying no minus. Okay. Yeah, I'd give a Doggy a 7 as well. I thought he was decent.
Yeah.
Romero, the skipper.
He was okay. He was okay. He dealt with a lot of crosses well enough, I think. Probably a 6 as well. Him and Van der Ven probably both a 6. I'd go with.
Yeah.
Both
yeah,
a 6.
I'm not against that. The Doggy's getting 7s. Romero a 7. I'd say, yeah, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Thought he was, again, decent performance from Romero. Van der Ven, I thought, again, he was pretty good. 6 or 7.
He was okay, yeah.
I think 6 is a bit low. I'd say 7, but yeah, Scott M saying Van der Ven 6. Then we go into the midfield. Polinia for me 7.
7, yeah, he was okay. Yeah, it wasn't like his best game. I feel like these ratings are gonna be a bit boring. It was everyone's kind of just meh. They were all right, apart from Kudus. I give Kudus a 9 for today. Brilliantly.
Yeah. Oh, I got a couple. Yeah, Bentancur I'd give a 6.
I'll give Bentancur a 5. But Bentancur could have played better. If you compare him to Polinia.
Fair. And then we saw Simmons start in the number 10.
Yeah,
I thought he was a 7 for me.
7 as well, yeah.
Yeah. He started well. I think he faded a little bit second half. But yeah, I thought he was good. Scott M saying Simmons was a 6. Bentancur 5. And Lord Rodney saying Polini at 7. And then we are going into the last 3. Odebear for me. 5.
5, yeah. Didn't do much, did he? Didn't do too much. Out with a 3, yeah.
Didn't do too much wrong, but just didn't do much. You know?
Safe. He was safe.
Yeah. He was Scott M thinks he was very safe. Maybe too safe. 0.
To be honest, I don't remember when Odebear touched the ball that much that game. So Scott, I don't blame him.
He didn't.
Don't blame him.
He didn't do a lot. Like I say, I can't remember him giving the ball away, but he just didn't create anything. Tao.
I give Tao a 7.
6.
He's got a goal. We'll give him a goal. Come on, it's his first goal for a while. Give him a 7. Okay. I know what Scott's going to be. He ain't going to be happy with my 7.
I give him a 6 for the goal.
Yeah.
You know, I'll give him an extra point for the goal. But yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. What one you said? Tao is a 3 thanks to the deflection. Yeah, again, he wasn't great. And then we go to Kudus, who for 9, me was an 8.
Unbelievable. I'll give him a 9. I give him a 9. Kudus was a bad match.
Kudus was definitely Tottenham's best player. Yeah.
He's tracking back as well. He works his ass off.
He does work hard. Well. He does work hard.
Yeah. Bloody ass off. Well played to him.
There's no doubt about that. Yeah. Kudus, man, the match. Even Scott M giving him a 9. Fair play to Scott. Fair play.
Really well.
He did play well. He did play well. And Adrian saying Tau an 8. Yeah, so I like the fact there's different opinions there. I thought it was nice to see Tau get off the mark. Hopefully that gives him some confidence going forward. Guys, we are going to leave it there. We've been going over an hour. Just come on for a quick hour. Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone in the chat, as I always say, is all about the chat. Thank you, Charlie, for joining me, mate, and talking Spurs.
Pleasure to the chat as well. Thank you very much, guys. Always a pleasure.
Indeed. And Ellie, yeah, that green kit was bloody awful, wasn't it, last night?
It's horrible, isn't it?
Awful.
Disgusting.
Yeah, not pleasant. Not pleasant. Guys, on the way out, please smash that like if you haven't and subscribe if you haven't as well. And we will see you soon. It's an international break now, so I don't know what we're going to do for a couple of weeks. Make up some news. Hopefully Spurs will do something.
We're doing our prediction, rating from our predictions, though, on, well, some point next week.
Yeah.
Dad's already got, you've already got 4 correct predictions? No, you've got 3 correct predictions in 5 games. 3 bang-on scores.
Yeah.
So fair play. This guy knows ball. So this guy knows ball.
Indeed, apparently so, except for when I bet on it. But
yeah.
Much love, everyone. We will see you soon. And as always, stay positive, stay poised, and stay pure Coys.
Late nights with pure Coys. Oh yeah. Late nights with pure Coys. Late nights with pure Coys. Oh yeah. Late nights with